Hey guys, just out here today. It's a little overdressed, I think, for walking anyways. I don't know what it'd be like if we're staying the night. I'm not sure if I am or not yet. I'm definitely want to get out for a while today, but I bring enough stuff in case I decide to stay. I'm gonna stay. But figured I'd hit the camera, and I was starting to use a bedroll lately. And well, I'm carrying it as a bedroll. I can use, this is the outer side of it. It's a canvas tarp. It's not a very big tarp. It's only 6x8. But I can take this tarp and I can use it just as your standard tarp. And I still got I got 2 woolen blankets in here. I got a foam mat and military poncho liner, I believe it is. But you'll see that when I open it up. I just wanted to, I'm starting to like it just for right here. I can take a break. I got a nice warm seat. I don't have to worry about it getting wet. It's all canvas and waterproof. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is untie it. And the way I got this tied is I just untied that there. I hit a tie. But this is a Girl Scout technique. Actually, I came across a video and I watched it all. And I thought it was great. And then I looked back at the front of the title of the thing, and it was a Girl Scout. So that's pretty cool. But I'll tie it back up maybe in the video or another time, and I'll show you how I tie it up. But if you really want to know now, you could just, if I don't show it in this video, just check out Girl Scout videos and you'll come across how to tie up a bedroll. Mine's a little different because I got a lot of extra cordage with me, but I like that. I don't mind the extra couple wraps it takes. That's fine. Because there's no knots. Okay, that's my cordage. I'm just gonna set that over here for now. I'll roll it up in a minute. This is my bedroll. A little bit of snow on her here. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see this now, but I'm gonna unroll it out. First thing you're gonna notice in it is my it's just a little tarp. I just use this for ground cloth. Don't really need it as much with the canvas, but even so, I'd still use it underneath. Means I got it. But whenever I got it in the tarp mode over top of me in the shelter, it's nice to have something underneath you, right? Especially in the snow. Pick this up this way with both ends. Try not to let any snow get in the inside on your wall. I'm just gonna tap it. Get all that snow. Look at it. Majority of that snow off. Lay it back down on my tarp. And I'll unfold it now. I'll show you what I got inside. Ooh, little snow here. First bit around here, snow is pretty to look at and stuff, but it can get frustrating pretty quick when you're out here. My biggest fear is dampness, condensation, melting snow, anything. It can ruin you. It really can. Like, it can make a miserable night. You do not want to get wet out here. Sure, it's mild now, but it gets cold at night here. Real cold. It can drop from, well, God knows. But anyways, take a little peek inside here now. Got my first woolen blanket. This is that military poncho liner, I believe it's called. I just really lucked out with this. My mom was at a yard sale. She seen it was camo on it. Figured one of the boys, me or my brothers, would like it. And I happened to be home whenever she got home, and I grabbed it quick. I wasn't sure exactly what it was at the time, but I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is, a military poncho liner. It's a couple folds told me. But yeah, it's super light. I don't know exactly how warm they are, but mixed with the layers, I imagine it's going to be nice. And then this is a second wall blanket. Here's a spare sock. Should be 2 of them. Yeah, I like putting clean socks on at night whenever I go to bed. Just warmer. It's my little thermal rest seat, little inflatable seat. I use that for a pillow. And this is my MEC inflatable mat. It's nice to have a mat underneath you. You don't have to always be going looking for spruce boughs and cutting them and whatnot. But yeah, so that's the inside of it. Now, actually means I got it opened up. I'll show you how I'd use it if I was just using a bedroll. I'd open it up completely, like this, like so. It all depends, like I said, what side your fire's on, right? But say, just tonight, if I was here, it would be on this side, but this is going to make it easier to show in the video. I'm going to slide it this way. So my main body's on this here. I'll pull this back. I'm going to slide my mat over to the end, my pillow over to the end. The reason why everything's in the center here is because whenever I'm packing it up, it's just that much easier. Bring my blankets back over, like so. Make sure everything's straight. Fold this. Okay. Now I'm gonna do one at a time, make sure all my snow is out of here. It doesn't take much to get it in. It just sticks to stuff, especially wool. I find it really. I'll give her a shake. There we go. Okay, this ain't a very big wool blanket, and the reason, I don't know. They tell me 100% wool is a lot warmer, and I really don't even know what these are. I wish I had one to compare to, I guess. This one here is a little itchier feeling than my one underneath. I don't know if that means anything. You can leave a comment below if you know much about wool. I know this is where a spark landed, and that's all it did. It was just browned it a little. But anyways, okay, now I'm gonna sweep the snow off this one, just like so. Okay, flip my poncho liner over now. Just a little. It's gonna be like a little barrier in between the two the two woolen blankets. Next would be my woolen blanket. This woolen blanket number 2. Flip that over just like so. Now, really should have my gloves on. Snow's cold hands. And I don't know how warm this is actually going to be. Most nights whenever I come out and I know it's going to be cold, I got a down sleeping bag, and I love it. It's unreal how warm those are. I know they're really expensive, but I do like, I wouldn't say ultra light, but I like to hike light sometimes with my my brothers and stuff, and my cousins, and my aunt comes and everybody. But sometimes we do some long trips. Like the last one we did was 60 kilometers. That was we done it in like 3 days, 20 kilometers a day. It wasn't really, well, it was pushing enough going up and down them hills, but wasn't too bad. And the lighter I can get on them trips, the better. Like it's unreal how much a couple extra pounds feels after you walk 20 kilometers a day. It wears you out fast. This is not something I would ever take on a long trip like that. I'd be having my down and maybe my hammock. I don't know. I got a few different options. But anyways, back to the bedroll. I'm going to clean all the snow off this before I flip it up, because it'll defeat the purpose. A lot of extra work cleaning that snow. And now I'm going to flip it over. Okay. Now I know this is my head end, or this is the end I want for my head. I'll take this in. fold it. Oh, make sure that snow is out. A little tricky, but once you get it done once, I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it over once like that. I'll make a stake out of a stick, and I'll drive it through both of them eye holes there. And I'll take another one and I'll drive it through this one, and that'll keep my fold down, keep the draft from coming in around my feet. Okay. I don't really care about the snow on this side because it's, like I said, it's waterproof. And then when it comes time to crawl in, it's tricky with the snow. Just gonna fold everything back like so. I'll set here, I'll take my boots off, remove any kind of clothes, or I could probably stand right up on it, I guess, after I get my boots off, and remove whatever clothes I don't want to sleep with, stuff them down into the back corner here or over to the side. And yeah, and then I'll climb in, make sure all the snow's off me again, of course. I'll flip these over. I'm going to use these to tie. I got one on both sides that sort of lands in a nice little spot. I'm going to tie this here closed, maybe set a boot on here just to make sure it's down if it's not snowing. If it's snowing, I'll shove my boots, the top of them, this part here, inside, just to keep the snow out. That sucks when you wake up and your boots are full of snow. But yeah, so I can fold it over like this. Most times it'll be, canvas will be off, right? You have your fire going, it'll feel nice. And you got the wool over top, so I don't burn holes all through this military liner. And then if it gets real bad, it starts cooling down, I'm figuring maybe I'll flip this up. Never had to do this, but flip it up and then stick my boots in here, hold it over like this, and I'll have a little air hole to breathe. But yeah, that's in bedroll mode, I guess. Pretty slick. Okay, here's another option you can do for just making a seat. Just roll it like that, put it up against the tree. I tell you, it feels something nice. And if you had a fire right there, cooking up your snack or whatnot for your trail meals or your lunch or whatever, but it feels so nice. I tell you, just to sit down and have a backrest, it's a world of difference. It really is. And something that's warm, because it's all wool inside. They got the mat still in there. Some comfy. Now, like I said, you got your bedroll, and I showed you how I would sleep if I was going to do like cowboy style, like under the stairs, but you still got your tarp. Like you can set that up anywhere. It's like have a nice shelter if you're in for like a storm that night, or you weren't even sure if you're going to get dirt or not. It's best to set it up just in case, because around here it can come off fast sometimes. Yeah, it really can. Anyways, okay, I got my seat all done up here. I need to go. I don't know if I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to find something a little bit more shelter maybe. I'm going to start a little fire. I got a few things in here to have a bite to eat. I made some stew the other night and froze it up just for my trips. I like that. Had a big bowl myself, and then I took the rest and I froze it in like little baggies. I can just unthaw them or throw them right in my my little pot. Maybe I'll show you a few things what's in my haversack actually. Stocking hat, of course. My leather gloves for around the fire. This would be my just for my GoPro goes inside of it. 2 bags of stew. Yeah, it's thawed out pretty good. This is my pot. I use the GSI Solus. It's a nice little pot. I got it. The mug goes right inside of it. I can put rice or whatever I want in there, extra food, my hot chocolates and stuff. The spoon I use is GSI. No, it's a Snow Peak. Sorry, Snow Peak Titanium Sport. My water, in case I don't feel like melting down some snow. Laplander. My flint and steel and char cloth, magnifying glass, my little tinder tin, I guess you would say. Extra, look, what was this? Yeah, it's a Light My Fire 2.0. It's a little ferro rod. I did that in my last video. That's the one I was using. Got a flashlight. Always comes in handy. And thermometer here. Let's see what cold it is out. Yeah, no, it's fairly warm today actually. Maybe -5. It doesn't even really feel that when you're walking anyways. It's a little cooler when you're sitting around. What else do I got in here? Not much. Slingshot. Some ammo for the slingshot. Oh, little emergency blanket. Usually don't leave home without one of these guys. They're good and bad. If you know how to use them, they're great. If you use them the wrong way, they could probably ruin a fella, I think. Because you'll see guys wrapping them and try to sleep for the night. They wake up soaked. These do not breathe. They do not let out any condensation. They increase it. They will soak you. You do not want to have them just laying right on you. Like if you unless you're in a real survival situation where you know somebody's coming to get you, you stay right inside of it, you might be fine. But sleep in it at night and get up the next day and try to walk out of this, or I tell you, you're going to be wet and cold and you're going to freeze fast. You're going to freeze fast. But what I use them for is reflectors. Put it behind you with your fire going in front of you. Put your little, you build your normal little fire or heat reflector in front of your fire that you would normally do, and just set this up behind you. It'd be a world of difference. World of difference. They're great. And I asked my brother about that. We got into a cold night one night and we had to use it, and it was a big help. Big help. Another thing, inside your lean-to, you can put it right up on the inside of it and just reflect the heat around. If you're going to put it above you, make sure that it can run, because the condensation is going to drip and it will soak you. If you not notice, I got a big fear with being wet condensation. I got into that mode with my down sleeping bag. If you know anything about down, it gets wet, you might as well left it at home. So got a little fear of condensation. But anyways, they're great though if you use them right. I don't know what else I got in here. Sharpening stone, some more cordage. Oh yes, but this is like my first aid kit, which ain't much. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like to say I have this right good first aid kit, but I don't. I got a few band-aids. I got some new skin, which is like you put it on top. It's almost like crazy glue. It'll seal small wounds, and it disinfects. Even on a big wound, dump some in, it'll disinfect it. I don't know what they're gonna think of you when you get to the hospital trying to clean that back out, but it'll help you get out. And a tourniquet for the big stuff. Start losing a lot of blood, you gotta tie it off. Nice to have. It's actually you'll be surprised how much tighter you can get a tourniquet than like a regular cloth, because it's got that elastic band, so when you tighten it, it sucks back in, right? I got my pack towel and some toilet paper. Yeah, this, my slingshot back in there. Slingshot's good to have. You get rabbits, squirrels, a lot of different things. Bite to eat is a bite to eat. And of course I got my knife on my side and whatever else is in my pockets. Not much really, I don't think. Throw that back in. Better not lose my ferro rod. Back in. Hey guys, that's my bedroll and haversack setup. Really appreciate you all joining me again. Like I said, I'm gonna go find a little place to have a bite to eat. We'll be seeing you again.